Okay, the Nike Air Zoom Infinity Tour Shield 2. They already win the longest name contest. Now, should you buy them? Let's find out. All right, first round of 2024. We're going to be trying out these Nike golf boots. I've been playing golf a long time. I think the whole golf boot thing has only been around for, maybe 10 years. I know before that there were like actual physical rain boots with like spikes on them and stuff, but again, not very utilitarian, let's put it that way, not very athletically focused. Obviously, the product people at all these brands decided there's a segment, let's call it a sub-segment of these winter golfers, Pacific Northwest, UK, probably a few other places where it's cold and wet, but sustained enough that people still get a decent amount of rounds in. The Nike guys took it one step further, found another sliver of that sub-segment of people who still want to look good. So we'll see how these boots are. A lot of my friends have them. They swear by them. I'll kind of see what the hype's about and report back on that. So we'll give it a go today. Perfect day for it. All right, here they are. So first impressions, pretty cool. This Velcro is super strong, like bordering on too strong. Kind of have a more vibe of snowboard boots than they do of golf shoes. So let's get these suckers on. All right, first impressions. They are really, really light, like surprisingly light, which I think after 18 holes will make a difference, but we'll see. But lighter than almost any other golf shoes I have given their size, so that's pretty cool. All right, so post round, they held up really well. My feet are dry. Only complaint was they fit maybe a little bit too big. I'm a size 11 and a half. These are 11 and a halves, and don't notice it on flat ground, but when I walked up hills and on some kind of side hill lies, there was a little bit of rubbing, but feet feel fine. So, let's call that a 7 out of 10 in comfort. All right, so done with round number 2 with these. Today was a little bit different. It was one of those really sunny, frost delay, cold days with hard ground, and that's actually going to be really important for this review, and I'll get to that later. But overall, the comfort was better today. I know round 1 felt a little big, a little more like sliding when I was walking on hills. It wasn't quite tight. I think today I just did a better job of this kind of inner layer with one of these cinch things, and that I think I just kind of secured them a little bit better today, and they were sitting a lot better. So the comfort was really good. Waterproofing was great. This course had a hose at the end, and I literally just took that thing full blast, cleaned them off. You can see this is after a muddy round, and they're pretty clean. So no worries there. The tape seam, after 2 rounds should hold up, but the tape seam held up well. All the seams held up under pretty good forceful hosing, so that's a plus. And they were warm, and today was very cold at the start of the round. They were never felt any coolness or anything like that on my feet, so that was really good as well. Now this is where it gets interesting, and it's kind of a problem, so let's listen to this. This is a very hard plastic sole. It's really flat, and the spikes, only 4 spikes, it's kind of this React thing that Nike's been doing, are built in. So I guess 2 things there. One, if you're walking on concrete a lot and those get worn down, the rest of these spikes here are not great. So today it was slipping. I slipped out twice, and I have the ground force of like a 12-year-old. I'm not jumping, I'm not doing a lot of twisting in my swing, and I slipped out twice, and I literally never slip out because I don't swing that hard. So that was kind of interesting, and that's where I think the coldness, if you test these just in kind of sloppy wet conditions, I think you're not going to notice that. But if you test it on cold conditions where the ground's got that little layer of frost under, it's firm, the grip is not great. That was a big problem. So grip, I give these like a 3 out of 10 in today's conditions. They were not good. And one other thing with this sole, because it's so hard, you're kind of walking on these spikes, and the spikes are hard. They don't really, they have a little give in them, but not a lot. I walked into the clubhouse, had hardwood floors. It was like walking on ice. I mean, I almost fell down. You have to walk really gingerly. I have an old groin injury, so I'm very conscious of any kind of slipping of my feet. And it was, I think it was borderline dangerous. If the course you regularly play has either kind of those slabby rocks or you have kind of hardwood, you just have to be careful. I'm sure people have fallen with these because I was surprised how slippery it was. And I mean, it doesn't help when it's cold. Plastic like this gets even harder, so it loses, loses even. It has even less friction when you're walking. So that was really scary. Um, but let's just kind of wrap it up. Overall, I mean, looks. I do like the looks. Like for me, it's very subjective. For me, these are kind of the nicest looking golf boots out there. A lot of them are, like I said, very utilitarian. So they got that comfort. Was a little hesitant after round one, but after round two, I'm good with that. And very important to wear shoes a couple times because sometimes it's okay in round one, gets worse, and vice versa. And also wear them on hilly courses versus flat courses because hilly courses can expose a lot of comfort things that you won't see. So that's just a tip when you're kind of looking at shoes. But comfort is okay. Waterproofing really good, warmth really good, but this sole, whew, it is not good. It is just bad. I think Nike kind of really missed the boat there, especially in, one of the main use cases is cold weather, not just wet in the winter, and not great. So overall, I'm giving them a 6.5 out of 10. And would I buy them again? I mean, I do like the warmth and the dryness, so I would. But this sole is a problem, and now it's like something I'd have to think about when I play in the future. But yeah, overall decent. Probably not living up to the hype of some of my friends who've gotten these in the past, but definitely the main use case has been satisfied with these things. So yeah, that's it, and that's the review. Thanks.